The tiny building blocks. Evelyn was stacking wooden blocks into a tower when Jason sat beside her. Did you know that everything, those blocks, the floor, you, me, the air we breathe, is made of tiny building blocks too? She looked skeptical. Jason opened the living world. The brass clasp hummed, and the bedroom shrank away as the siblings shrank with it, smaller than a grain of sand, smaller than a cell, smaller than a molecule, until they floated in a strange, shimmering space where tiny spheres buzzed and vibrated around them. Atoms, the smallest pieces. You're looking at atoms, Jason said. An atom is the smallest unit of an element that still has the properties of that element. Everything in the universe is made of atoms, about 118 different kinds, called elements. He pointed to the center of a nearby atom, where a tight cluster of particles glowed red and blue. That's the nucleus. The red ones are protons, they have a positive electrical charge. The blue ones are neutrons, no charge. Together, they make up almost all of the atom's mass. Tiny specks zipped around the nucleus in a hazy cloud. Those are electrons, they have a negative charge and are about 1,800 times lighter than a proton. They don't orbit in neat circles like planets, they exist in a fuzzy cloud of probability, moving so fast you can never know exactly where one is at any given moment. How small is an atom? Evelyn asked. If you lined up 10 million atoms side by side, they'd be about 1 millimeter wide, the thickness of a credit card. A single drop of water contains about 1.5 sextillion water molecules, that's 1 sextillion 500 quintillion. And each molecule is made of atoms. Elements, nature's alphabet. An element is a substance made of only one type of atom, Jason said. Hydrogen atoms have 1 proton. Helium has 2. Carbon has 6. Iron has 26. Gold has 79. The number of protons, called the atomic number, is what makes each element unique. Scientists organize all the elements into the periodic table. It was first created by Dmitry Mendeleev in 1869, who noticed that elements with similar properties appeared at regular intervals or periods. He was so confident in his pattern that he left gaps for elements that hadn't been discovered yet, and when they were found years later, they fit perfectly. Evelyn studied the colorful grid of squares. How many are there? 118 confirmed elements. But only about 90 occur naturally on Earth. The rest were created by scientists in laboratories by smashing atoms together. And of those 90 natural elements, just a handful make up almost everything you see: oxygen, 47% of Earth's crust by weight, silicon, 28%, aluminum, 8%, and iron, 5%. Your body is mostly just 6 elements: oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, calcium, and phosphorus. Molecules, atoms holding hands. Atoms rarely exist alone, Jason said. They bond together to form molecules. A water molecule is 2 hydrogen atoms bonded to 1 oxygen atom, H2O. A molecule of table sugar, sucrose, is 12 carbon atoms, 22 hydrogen atoms, and 11 oxygen atoms all connected in a precise arrangement. Atoms bond by sharing or trading electrons. When atoms share electrons, it's called a covalent bond, like 2 kids sharing a toy. When one atom gives electrons to another, it's an ionic bond. The giver becomes positive and the receiver becomes negative, and they attract each other like opposite ends of a magnet. Table salt, NaCl, is an ionic bond between sodium and chlorine. So everything is just atoms stuck together in different patterns? Evelyn asked. Everything. The difference between a diamond and a pencil lead is just how carbon atoms are arranged. In a diamond, each carbon bonds to 4 others in a rigid 3D grid, the hardest natural material on Earth. In graphite, pencil lead, carbon atoms form flat sheets that slide over each other, which is why graphite is soft and slippery. Atoms are mostly empty space. Here's the wildest part, Jason said. An atom is almost entirely empty space. If the nucleus were the size of a marble sitting at the center of a football field, the electrons would be tiny gnats buzzing around the outer bleachers. Everything in between is nothing, just empty space. So I'm mostly nothing? Evelyn laughed. Mostly nothing held together by incredibly strong forces. The reason you feel solid is that the electron clouds of your atoms repel the electron clouds of other atoms. You never actually touch anything, you feel the electrical force between atoms pushing back. The book fluttered, and they expanded back to normal size, sitting on the bedroom floor. Evelyn looked at her wooden blocks with new eyes. Every one of these blocks is made of trillions of atoms, she said. And I can't see a single one. But they're there, Jason said, closing the clasp. Building everything. Good night, atoms. Good night, tiny building blocks.